putting work in, trying to get recognition. Hit the like button, it won't cost you nothing.
What the hell is y'all waiting for? An engraved invitation? Click the damn like button.
What's going on, everybody? It's Dak here. Yep, my last video on YouTube. I'm done with YouTube after this. I'm going back to BitChute and finish my work there. And it was a pleasure coming over here, poking a hole in the hornet's nest, so to speak, getting in y'all's ass and this here, that, and the other. Yeah, so now when you come over to my channel and steal shit, you know what you're dealing with. All right, the name of this video, and it's a doozy too, is I'm Getting That Bag. All right, let's get started because we got a lot to cover here. I'm going to start us off in Haggai chapter 1. I'll give you the rest of the precepts when I get there. Let's start at verse 4. Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your luxury houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore thus saith the Most High of hosts, consider your ways. All right, like I said, you see all the emphasis put in there and other precepts and everything. It's up to you to figure it out and put it together. Verse 6, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. But you get in the bag though, that's good. Ye look for much, and lo, it came to little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why, saith the Most High of hosts? Because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man unto his own house. This go for you men and women that are guilty of this shit. And I called for a drought or shortages upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which groweth, that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all labor of the hands. And this is Haggai chapter 1, verses 4 through 6, verse 9, and verse 11. So all these shortages and all this shit that they've been talking about in the news and food shortages, all this is orchestrated by the Most High. Why? To punish y'all's asses, because he's sick of you. Oh, you thought just because you went to church and put a little bit of money in the offering plate that you was good, the Most High can't stand you. That's why he's doing all this, because he's not pleased with damn thing you do. Nothing. Ain't nothing you do pleasing to him. And that's the reason why he's allowing all this shit to happen. So all y'all out there, yeah, I'm getting the bag. You strong and independent, arrogant ass nigga bitches especially, you out here living your best life and you getting the bag, motherfucker is full of hoes. By the time I'm done with this, that's if you can make it that damn far. You're going to find out what the importance of those hoes are and the purpose they serve. And I love it. So get that bag. All right, let's switch gears and keep going. Let's look at Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verses 1 through 2. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men. A man, and when I read this, man, this is talking about men, women, whoever's out here getting the bag, this is talking about your ass. A man to whom the Most High hath given riches, wealth, and honor. In other words, he gave you the bag, so that he wanted nothing for his soul of all that he desired. Yet the Most High giveth him not power to eat thereof. So while you out here getting the bag, you can't enjoy it. You can't even enjoy that shit, because you work like a damn dog getting that damn bag. Can't even enjoy it. Oh. But a stranger eateth of it. Notice that's in parentheses. That means other motherfuckers are benefiting from your laborers obtaining the bag, and are benefiting from it more than you think you are. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verses 1 through 2. But y'all think y'all doing something, though, and that's good. We have it set up that way for you to feel like you're doing something. That way you keep going out there getting that bag. This is very important that you do so. It is. And I thank you from the bottom of my dark black heart. All right, let's continue. He that loveth the bag shall not be satisfied with the bag, nor he that loveth abundance with increase the bag. This is also vanity. When the bag increase, they are increased that eat them. So as soon as you start getting that bag, you start doing your online venture, your YouTube venture, you know, you putting that content out there, that fire, you putting that shit out there and everything. Guess what? All the motherfuckers that's gonna enjoy that shit more than you think you are, they're gonna increase right along with it. Yes, sir. And off camera, this is gonna be happening too. Because when you start making it, as you climb that ladder of so-called success, you got a whole lot of motherfuckers that are clinging on to that same ladder on every rung on the way up to the top, waiting for you to get up there. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes? So what good is it for you to get the bag and you got all these other motherfuckers around there waiting to get their share of it, directly or indirectly? Message. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verses 10 through 11. But you better get that bag, though. Let's look at Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27. He that is greedy of the bag troubleth his own house. God damn. But he that hateth gifts shall live. And that's Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27. So all of y'all out there greedy for that bag and doing whatever it takes to get it, trouble in paradise. You can say whatever you want to. You can't outsay this word. Let's look at Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 17. Yeah, I'm getting through this here. And thou say in thine heart, my hand, or my power, and the might of mine hand have got me this bag. Oh, really? Really? Well, maybe that's why you can't enjoy it like you want to. Something to think about, right? You nigga bitches love saying that shit more than anybody else. I went out here and did this and this. All you did was lay on your back and got on your knees. That's how you got started. No, I didn't. I went to school. You still owe all that fucking money. You owe them people a lot, and you're going to never pay that shit off. No matter how many good jobs you get, you ain't going to pay that shit off because, number one, you don't plan on paying it off. It was never your intentions to pay that shit back. Never. Because your plan was, once I get this bag and I get this diploma and I get this certificate and I get this degree and all this other shit, I'm going to go do what the fuck I want to do. To hell with that tuition assistance. They're going to start garnishing that shit out of your damn paycheck. If they ain't already. Let's look at Revelation chapter 3, verse 17. Because thou sayest, I got the bag and increased with goods and have no need of nothing. And knowest not that thou art wretched or ratchet and miserable and poor and blind and naked. That's Revelation 3:17. And you go to bed every night with a pistol on your nightstand, trying to convince yourself to just make it another day. You sitting there with tears in your eyes and that glass of wine in your hand and the crack pipe in the other hand and all this other shit that you're doing, and you're not happy, and that dumb dog that you got ain't happy, that fucking parakeet you got that won't shut the fuck up over there in the corner ain't happy, them goldfish that you got in that tank ain't but two of them in there, ain't even no rocks in the bottom, they ain't happy. The cat that come in and out of there every goddamn day, meowing, want something to eat, that motherfucker ain't happy. Ain't nobody in there happy. The birds outside that chirp in your tree, in the trees around where you stay at, they ain't happy. The flies and the insects and all them motherfuckers They ain't happy. The people that walk by your shit, they were fine till they got by where you was at. They ain't happy. But you doing something though. All right, let's move on. Let's go to James chapter 4, verses 1 through 4, and I'm gonna show you why you ain't happy. From whence come wars and fightings among you? Where's all this strife and shit coming from? Come they not hence, even of your lust that war in your members? No, not that. That couldn't be an issue, could it? Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not because ye ask not. You're not asking the right questions. You're not asking with the right intentions. You're not asking for the right reasons. Ye ask and receive not because ye ask amiss. In other words, in vain. That ye may consume it upon your lust. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. And that's James chapter 4, verses 1 through 4. And guess what? The only way you can get that bag, you got to sell out. That goes for social media, any online venture, any offline venture. You got to sell out. That's the only way you're going to get the bag. Satan ain't going to let you get the bag in his kingdom, not without some level of selling out. You're not special. You're not that fucking important. Okay? You're not going to play him at his game in his kingdom. Not you, not ever. I mean, that's just what it is. All right, let's switch gears and keep going. Now check this out right here. This is where we are now. This is the general consensus among you people that's out there, striving to get the bag. Behold, consumer goods shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And that's what y'all think. Because you can still go out here and get shit relatively cheap, on Amazon or Etsy or eBay or, the thrift store down the street, Goodwill or whatever the case may be, yard sales around the corner. Y'all think everything is okay, so to speak. Even though the price of gas is highest that it's ever been, damn near history. Food is at an all-time high, and damn near everything else is at an all-time high. But because you got the bag and can afford these things, in your mind, hey, I'm good to go. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And that's coming from 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 21 in the Apocrypha. You already know the deal about that. So just because you can afford this shit a lot better than everybody else, just because it seems like this shit's still cheap to you, because you get the bag, you still get all this other shit that's just on top of your ass. You can't escape that. Let's look at Revelation chapter 6, verses 5 through 6. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. That's key, the color of the horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, which signified trade, commerce. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for the bag, and 3 measures of barley for the bag. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, which signifies those whose bag is bigger than everybody else's. That 1% at the top of the pyramid on your dollar bill, yeah, them folks. That's Revelation chapter 6, verses 5 through 6. So, and this right here is telling you about how hyperinflation is getting ready to reach astronomical levels till it's going to require your bag for a loaf of bread. Or that 2-liter Pepsi sitting over there on that empty shelf. Ain't nothing else in there. Or, you know, whatever, pack of gum, your bag. Soon as that money deposited in your account, that's how much it's gonna cost for you to get that shit. Either that or you shoplift and run out of there and hope you don't take one in the fucking back. I mean, you know, there's always that option. Hey, my recommendation, go ahead and steal that shit. Take a risk. Fuck it. You take one in the fucking back. Who gives a shit? You got the bag, right? You got good insurance. You can afford it, right? All right, let's all right now. We got going on. Here we go. Genesis chapter 47, verse 15. And when the bag failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the bag faileth. Hey, these economists, the white man in general, has been telling you people and telling you people and telling you people that we're coming up on a time, hell, we're virtually there now, where your money ain't gonna be worth shit. That bag that you done strive damn near your whole life or whenever you started, I mean, it's bad enough the motherfucker got holes in it, but because the bag is gonna fail here in Babylon, Egypt, America. They already got another system already standing by, waiting to go. But they got to get rid of the bag, as you know it, before they can bring that one in. And they about ready to pull the plug on this shit. Because it's all about money. It ain't nothing about you. They don't give a fuck about you. You're not important enough to care about. Not to them anyway. Proverbs 11:4. The bag profit not in the day of wrath. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So that means the value of the bag is only up until now. It was only good up until right now. The time you're listening to this video, that was the expiration date of the bag. But goddamn, fuck that. The bag profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death, not the bag. That's Proverbs 11:4. So, damn, what an expenditure of time, effort, resources, and most importantly, well, maybe not to you, your soul, for that fucking bag with holes in it. Damn. Let's look at Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. They shall cast their bags in the streets, and their bags shall be removed. I told you. Because they got another type of bag already standing by, ready to go. This one ain't no good no more. Their bag shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Most High. Did we just see that in Proverbs? They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. That's Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. So that bag that you've been striving for all this time, just full of holes, when they pull a plug on this motherfucker, that shit ain't gonna be, it's gonna be worthless. It's not gonna be able to help you at all. I keep telling y'all, one day they're gonna pull a plug on this shit. That bank account that you bragging about now, it's not gonna exist anymore. Fuck y'all gonna do, man? What y'all gonna do? And you ain't thinking about it because you don't think it's gonna happen in your lifetime. It's definitely gonna happen in your lifetime. Let's look at 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 9 through 10. But they that will get the bag fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. And y'all motherfuckers drowning like hell. For the love of the bag is the root of all evil, because everything that's done under heaven, if it's not sexually motivated, it's motivated by this goddamn bag. And hell, most sexual acts are motivated by it. Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. That's 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 9 through 10. That's why your house is upside down. That's why ain't no peace in that house that you thought you loved so much, that you love to brag about the people. Every time you go to functions and get-togethers and, you know, shit like that right there, all that shit you brag about, you ain't happy with that bullshit. You know you're not. So what you do is just keep going further in debt, going out there and buying more shit, thinking this, well, maybe if I get this next end thing, that'll bring the happiness that I'm looking for. You will never experience the happiness that you're looking for. Ever. Because it's it for you. So if this bag didn't bring the joy that you were looking for, oh fucking well, hope it was worth it. Let's look at Luke chapter 6, verses 24 through 25. But woe unto you to get the bag now, for you have received your consolation. Oh man, wait a minute now. Hold on, they didn't tell us this in church. Of course not. Wait a minute, the Israelites on the street corner didn't tell us that. Of course not, because a lot of them out there getting the bag too. That preacher in them churches y'all go to are definitely getting the bag. Y'all dumbasses is the one putting the money in. So you've already got yours. So don't even look. Hey, so when this motherfucker catch on fire and all these damn waves from the ocean start drowning most of this bitch, don't look for no salvation. Ain't no rapture, none of that. Hey, and besides, you already done had yours, so you got to go right along with everybody else. Gots to go. Why? Because you already got the bag. Like the prodigal son, you chose the stupid route. I want my money and I want it now. Well, he gave it to you at the expense of your soul. So whatever money you got left in that bank account, you better get that shit up out of there and buy everything you've ever wanted. Because you're not going to make it past this year. These white people ain't going to let this shit go past 2022. Hell no, they not. They can't afford to. You think they're going to keep paying for you motherfuckers to lay up on public assistance and all this other shit? Fuck no. Because they done took out the middle class. So all that's left is them up at the top. They're the ones having to keep footing the bill for this shit. They're not going to keep doing that. They've already achieved what they wanted to achieve. They destroyed the so-called black community. And they used the nigger bitch as the primary bio weapon to do it. Mission accomplished. They don't need this bullshit no more. They already got something else standing by. Keep telling y'all that. But y'all think, well, maybe if we make it to the midterm elections, Joe Biden will be lucky to make it to the midterm elections. Oh, man. Let's look at Proverbs chapter 23, verse 5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not or nothing? For the bag certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Y'all's bags will get ready to flutter away. So what contingency plan do you have in place for when this shit happens? What y'all gonna do, man? What y'all gonna do? All right, now I got this indication right here. I'm gonna show you how the pros like myself get the bag. Now, we've been doing it all the way up to now, and we will most certainly be doing this after the plug is pulled on all this shit. See this? See how these asterisks go across here? This is the end of the line for y'all. Y'all shit gonna fly away from y'all in an instant, and this is it right here for all of y'all. The end. For you people. The end. I've spent the last several years developing everything that I'm about to show y'all down to a science. I do this shit with surgical precision without even putting forth any effort into doing it. And once everybody reaches this right here, me and my constituents are going to be the only one allowed to cross over this line right here. The rest of y'all, All right, let's get it started. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 55, verse 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no bag, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without the bag and without price. That's Isaiah 55:1. Let me sit here for a minute, just gloat in this shit. Oh, y'all still here? Oh, okay. I still got a few more precepts to go. Kind of got, lost in my thoughts there a little bit. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 45, verse 3. And this is going to elaborate what we just read. And I will give thee, us, me, the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Most High, which called thee by thy name, am the power of Israel. That's Isaiah 45:3. And that's what he's been doing with me since I started doing this work. Revealing to me secret places, hidden riches and treasures, so that I can participate in Isaiah 55:1 on a day-to-day basis, even when I was homeless, especially when I was homeless. Isaiah 55:1 was running like an app in the background. I was amazed. I was just, when I was out there, I was getting shit at one point. I was like, God damn. I remember when I was working, I couldn't even afford all this type of shit. Had surplus and homeless, living in a tent under I-37 in San Antonio, Texas, across the street from a fucking nightclub. I had a 10-man tent out there that I didn't pay for. I had a $600 bike that my third stimulus check paid for. Had it bitch pimped out with a rack on it. I was hauling shit around every damn where. I had clothes that I couldn't afford when I was working. I had all types of supplies and shit, food and otherwise, that I could not afford to rack up like that when I was working. Couldn't afford it. I had that shit out there. I didn't even have to come out of my tent half the time. The shit was being brought to me and laid at my front door with a thank you and a fucking smile. So once this right here finally happens, they pull a plug and everything, I'm still gonna have it like that. Because once you turn this on, unless you do something really stupid and fuck it up, it doesn't turn off. Once you tap into this, you're into it. And I've tapped into it, and I've taught others how to tap into it successfully. So all of y'all doing whatever y'all doing on social media and otherwise, it'll never be able to stand up and measure up to this here. See, y'all fair weather motherfuckers. While everything is going good, everything, yeah, y'all thrive in that. When the plug get pulled and the lights go out, the true high value man that not only survive this bullshit, but will survive the transition and thrive beyond it when the rest of y'all are catching pure hell. All right, let's move on. Let's look at 2 Ezra chapter 2, verses 27 through 28. This is to all my constituents that learned under me that, know how to do this. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, in other words, when we reach that line and everybody get pushed past it, everybody, that's if you haven't died, you're going past that line, whether you like it or not. But for us, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, you people shall weep and be sorrowful, but we shall be merry and have abundance. You people shall envy us, but y'all shall be able to do nothing against us, saith the Most High. Now, if that ain't high value, I don't know what is. Because see, in y'all's mind, y'all have programmed y'all's mind to believe that this shit's gonna happen years and years and years. These white people are not going to keep taking care of y'all, man. They're not. Because the way they look at it, they shouldn't be doing it now. But the Most High made them do it just to get a few more people over here on his side where I could teach them how to tap into this and have it running like an app in the background until he shuts it off. Now let's look at a correlation of that in Isaiah chapter 65, verses 13 through 14. Therefore saith the Most High, behold, we shall eat, but you people shall be hungry. Behold, we shall drink, but you people shall be thirsty. Behold, we shall rejoice, but you people shall be ashamed. You ought to be ashamed now for not being able to have this type of anointing on you. Verse 14, behold, we shall sing for joy of heart. Damn, that's going to be something there because I can't sing worth the fuck now. But you people shall cry for sorrow of heart and shall howl for vexation of spirit. That's Isaiah chapter 65, verses 13 through 14. The rip, boy, Kevin Samuels ain't got nothing on this. Let's look at Jeremiah 15:11, one of my favorite rights under this anointing that's still working right now. The Most High said, verily, it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily, I will cause the enemy to entreat us well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction. That's Jeremiah 15:11. I've had people walk up to me and I can look in their eyes and tell they couldn't stand my guts just because of the color of my skin. But they handed me hot plates of food with a smile and said thank you. They handed me brand new clothes with the tag still on them and shoes and said thank you with a smile. They gave me tents with a smile and said thank you. They gave me all other types of resources, sanitary items and other shit and said thank you with a smile. They gave me this apartment for free for 3 months. I've already did a contract for 3 months already. I just signed another one a week and a half ago for another 3 months for free. They said thank you for your services with a smile. What about y'all, man? When your time of trouble come and that bag get taken away, what y'all gonna do, man? What y'all gonna do? But y'all think y'all doing something though. Let's look at Job chapter 27, verses 16 through 17. Though you people heap up the bag as the dust and prepare raiment, which is clothes and other shit, as the clay, y'all may prepare it, but us Eli's and those under us shall put it on. And the innocent shall divide that bag that you're striving so hard to fill up. That shit's for us. It's always been for us. That's why we don't have to work. That's why we don't have to be on welfare and be on public assistance and none of that other shit. Because the Most High opened up those doors that were guarding the hidden secrets and the treasures of darkness that's been hidden from everybody on this planet except us. And we've been reaping the benefits ever since. Let's look at John chapter 4, verses 37 through 38. Malavian Da'at, this one is for you, Bubba. And herein is that saying true. One soweth, that's you people, and another reapeth, that's me and my constituents. I sent you, talking about us, to reap that whereupon we bestowed no labor. Other men labored and got the bag, and we are entered into their bags. That's John chapter 4, verses 37 through 38. I'm having a little bit just too much fun doing this. Let's look at Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 26. For the Most High giveth to a man and a woman that is good in his sight, wisdom and knowledge and joy. That's primarily to us men. He gives this knowledge and wisdom and joy to certain women in the form of submitting themselves and coming up under us men that have this special wisdom and knowledge that is off limits to y'all forever. Y'all never gain access to this wisdom and knowledge. Never. Why? Because you got the bag. But watch this. But to the sinner, you people, he giveth travail, hardship, to gather and to heap up that bag, that he may give it to us that is good before the Most High. This also is vanity and vexation of y'all's spirit, but it's joy and happiness to our spirit. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 26. Still feeling proud? Still feeling, up there in the clouds and everything? Still feel like you're important, that you're doing something? That you that guy, you that woman, you that boss chick, you living your best life, you doing it, you getting it in? I appreciate you. Let's look at Proverbs chapter 13, verse 7. There is that maketh himself, in other words, go out here and get the bag, yet have nothing. We just discussed that in Revelation 3:17. There is that maketh himself poor, which is what I did on purpose, yet hath great riches. That's Proverbs 13:7. And the level of riches that I have is I don't have to struggle or work at all to get my basic necessities. At all. I don't have to be on public assistance. I ain't got no fucking food stamps. None of that shit. I even applied for the shit. Nope. Most I was like, I got something better for you. You don't need that. You're better than that. I don't even want your name in that database. No, because I'm getting ready to cut that shit off anyway. And when I do, you still going to be going. I got you. Don't worry about that bullshit. That's for people that don't have no hope. I said, okay, hey, big baller, you calling the shots, boss. You got it. And hell, I just got finished eating. Ain't paid damn dime for none of that damn food. I remember when I was working, I was struggling like a motherfucker just to have basic food. All right, let's look at Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus chapter 11. Or hold on. Let's look at Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verses 24 through 25. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. In other words, sitting up on my ass, not doing nothing. Now, granted, when I made the decision to go this route, it cost me to be homeless for damn near 2 years, but it was fucking worth it every step of the way. So how did I gain all this wisdom and knowledge that I have to have been able to tap into this holy grail of survival? Opportunity of leisure. And he that hath little business, which is me, because of opportunity of leisure, maketh himself poor. That's how you do it. Shall become wise. That's why I'm wiser than pretty much everybody you come across. This is the secret. And I'm not going to tell you no more beyond that right there. That's how I did this. That's how I position myself to be where I am right now, right here. Why, as soon as the pandemic hit, while y'all were struggling, when your unemployment benefits got taken away, y'all ran out here, got 2, 3, 4 damn jobs, doing Airbnbs and Uber and Lyft and all this other bullshit. Not me. All I did was skip from city to state to city to state, all the way across the southern United States. And I have not been under 160 pounds the whole time. I'm just saying. Verse 25, how can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow and that glorieth in the gold, that driveth oxen and is occupied in their labors? In other words, getting the bag, and whose talk is of getting the bag. You got to come to somebody like me. That's the only way. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 38, verses 24 through 25. That's the only way. Because as long as you out here getting that bag, getting this type of wisdom will never occur unless you come to me. And even coming to me to learn how to tap into this supernatural wellspring of life won't work for you because you've already received the bag. So this is off limits to y'all, man. So once y'all get to that line that I showed you earlier, what y'all gonna do? Let's look at Sirach now, which is Ecclesiasticus chapter 11, verse 21. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Most High and remain in thy labor. That's me. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing because I'm getting me. I don't need y'all's bag. I'm getting me. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Most High on the sudden to make a poor man rich. So I'm in a good position. I'm in the best position there is to be in, considering where we are and what we're about to transition into. I got the high ground. Me and my constituents, we got the high ground, baby. So the only thing we can do is go higher up when everybody else is going all the way down. We got the high ground. How about y'all, man? What's up? Let's look at Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, which is the great tribulation, which is when we all get pushed past that line I just showed you, and strength of salvation. This wisdom and knowledge on how to tap into this and keep it going in the background like an act while everybody else is catching hell. The fear of the Most High is his treasure. Tapping into this word is the fear of the Most High. Obeying this word and activating it so that it starts to work like a background app in your life. This is the key. I'm not going to give you any details. Why? You got the bag. It's not necessary for you to know anyway. I'm just letting you know that while you think you got it going on, there's something far more superior to what you're doing. Because when your shit's taken away, this is still going to be going for us. What about you? That was Isaiah 33 and 6. Now, for those of you that want to say, because of what I said earlier, well, you talk about, there's a possibility that all this is going to happen in 2022. The scriptures say, don't know man know the day or the hour. He didn't say nothing about the month of the year. Didn't say nothing about that. But I'm going to show you what you should be worried about, though, instead of worrying about that. This is your concern. Luke chapter 12, verses 45 through 46. But if you people say in your heart, the Lord delayed his coming. Well, he didn't come last year. Don't look like he gonna come this year, so I'm gonna keep fucking up. Okay. And shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens and to eat and drink and be drunken. In other words, turn up trying to get that bag because you don't think it's gonna happen this year because you don't want it to happen this year. The Lord of that servant will come in a day where he looketh not for him and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in sunder and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. In other words, you're going to hell. And that's Luke chapter 12, verses 45 through 46. So all this putting up this false defense about, well, don't nobody know the day or the hour. Who gives a fuck? He gonna come for a lot of y'all this year. While you unaware, while you out here getting this bag, y'all ain't gonna make it. Some of y'all ain't gonna make it past this month. A whole lot of y'all ain't gonna make it past August. Or even more than that, ain't gonna make it past September. And hell, even more than that, ain't gonna even make it to December. So if we haven't reached the line by then, it don't matter. You're not gonna make it to the line. Think about that. You ain't gonna make it to that motherfucker. All right? So at this point, I'm gonna take y'all to the illustration, the thumbnail that I showed y'all at the beginning. And I'm going to put all this together and show y'all how you getting the bag benefits us more than it does you. Look at this shit right here. This is y'all right here, man. This is you people out there getting that bag. And just like I said in Haggai chapter 1, all your efforts have been put in a bag with holes. There it is right there. Let me come down here. Be a little condescending. There we go. Bag kind of heavy, ain't it? Don't worry. It's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. This right here is the embodiment of all y'all's efforts right here. Y'all are here working all these goddamn jobs and working all these hours, and you're doing so at the expense of your health, your sanity, your family, if you even have one. That's why you're having all these wars in your homes. That, you know, if other people were in there, we covered that. Why? Because of your acquisition of this right here. So this is what y'all doing. This is where it's at right here. This is what you sold out to right here. This shit here. Thank you. See, by me taking on this mission and the Most High explaining to me certain protocol, you know, for lack of a better way to express this, he said, look, I'm going to put you in a position to where you won't have to do that, but you're still going to be taken care of. Especially when I cause these white people to pull the plug on this whole matrix construct and everybody goes fucking ape shit. What you're going to start now is going to continue on and actually increase exponentially beyond that point. And those whom you teach, through your teachings, that anointing is going to come through your teachings to them, so long as they support you. Those that support you more will benefit more from this. Those that support you less will benefit less, but they will benefit. I'd rather benefit more. Fuck that less shit, because I've been dealing with that for the past couple of years. I'm tired of that. Now, it's time for me to get a hell of a lot more. So, in conclusion to this, let me show y'all, by allowing myself to take part in this experiment and losing everything and willingly doing this shit, I'm going to show you what position it put me in relation to what you see right here. Right here. Let me read this. Job chapter 27, verses 16 through 17. We just did it. Though you people heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, you may prepare it, but we shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. It's Job chapter 27, verses 16 through 17. Look closely. Look at that. That's you people right here, and all the efforts that you've put into getting the bag that's got holes in it. Look at the bottom. And that's me and my constituents right there. I'm going to let y'all look at this for a moment and let it sink in. Okay, now you see who we represent and everything. Let me zoom it back in. Move that. Y'all look at this. That's you people. And that's me and my constituents. Let me do that again. This is you people in the bag, however you doing it. And that's me and my constituents right there. But when that line, see, no, look at the sidewalk. Look at the sidewalk up there. Notice it's coming to an end. That symbolizes that line that I described earlier. When y'all reach that line right there and that bag gets snatched away in an instant, what y'all gonna do? Peace, YouTube.